How you doing, Johnny?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Pretty good. Anything special for the weekend? Tomorrow's Friday.
Definitely, yes.
Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow's weekend already.
Yeah. We are a little bit lost.
Ah, yeah. A lot
How
of
about?
work, Johnny. A lot of work.
Yeah, me too. Me
I've
too.
been I've been pretty busy today. Because tomorrow I teach all day long. I teach from I start before 7 and I finish a little bit past 5 p.m. So
It's
and
a lot of
it's
time.
yes, and it's on site, so I'm on my feet all day long.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not used to that, I'm not used to being up on my feet so much. Back in the days, yeah, I used to like work and on my feet. But now it's all my work is on this chair. So when Saturday comes, I kind of my feet are sore at the end of the day. Very
Yeah,
sore.
but it's different.
Yeah, actually,
During the week, I think it's like a boring at home, but then you change your
mhm,
routine.
yeah. Yeah, really, because all the whole week I'm home all the time. I'm home morning, noon, evening. And so when the weekend comes, Saturdays, at least I get to interact with people. We
Yeah,
do activities, we do some dynamics,
that's
things
nice.
that, yeah, over here, since it's all online, it's a lot different.
Yeah,
There are pros and cons. Pros about working from home is that I don't have to deal with traffic. You know, I'm safer here
yeah.
and I
It.
don't waste money on gasoline.
Yeah,
The negative part is that, well, I can't do so many activities. Like I do a lot of dynamics with my students. We do a lot of things on site, that I can't do here online.
yes.
How are you, Eddie?
Hi, teacher. How are you today?
Well, I
I
was telling
got
Johnny I'm getting ready for Saturday. A lot
yes.
of work.
So,
What are you going to do tomorrow?
mm, I I I go to the college because I I am in the school bank.
Mm,
Um,
give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. So sorry, guys. Somebody interrupted me. So what are you going to do tomorrow? How many hours are you going to be at college?
yes, I I am I I play in the school band because I instructor
Oh wow, nice. You're the instructor at the school band, really?
percussion instructor.
Awesome. What are you doing, Lourdes, tomorrow? Are you here with us? Okay, I guess Lourdes is not able to talk right now. So anyway, guys, we have a little bit of vocabulary that we need to work on. And this is what we have. Oh, you already did this activity, didn't you, Lourdes? No, Annie, you did this already, right? Unit too, right? From Google Classrooms.
Yes.
Okay, so you already did this part. This is what this is the vocabulary that you have to deal with in that one. Bottom line, peer organizations, scope, and lofty goals. But I want to get to this first. I liked it. I was reading this and I kind of found it interesting. And I want you guys to tell me, what does this mean? Okay, they talk about a tree here. Okay, may I have a volunteer to read the whole thing? Okay, Johnny, go ahead.
Me, teacher. I'm sorry.
All right,
I
do
was,
it.
I was
Drinking
drinking water.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, let's start. The except below comes from a Nobel Prize acceptance speech by Muhammad Yunus, the founder of the Grameen Bank. To me, poor people are like bonsai trees. When they plant the best seed of the tallest tree in a flower pot, you get a replica of tallest tree in only each stall. There is no ground with the seed to plant it, only the soil base that it's too inadequate. Poor people are bonsai people. Poor people are bonsai people. There is nothing wrong in their seeds. Simply, society never gave them the base to grow on. All it needs to get the poor people out of the poverty is for us to create an enabling environment for them. Tell
Okay.
your partner is you share Mr. Genius thoughts.
Okay, I was like, when I was reading this, I was thinking, I know that word. I know about bonsai trees. And an image came to my mind. Can somebody tell me what comes to your mind when you hear the word bonsai trees?
A little trees?
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese trees that are little, yeah.
Okay, a movie?
Yeah, for me,
Karate
the
Kid.
similar.
Yes, Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, right?
Miyagi, the whole
Mr.
business of.
Miyagi. Yes, Mr. Miyagi has those. Hey, those trees are really expensive, I heard. I didn't know that. When I watched the movie Karate Kid, I didn't know bonsai trees were so expensive. And I did some Googling today early, right? It was like maybe 10 a.m. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some research about bonsai trees. And then this is so interesting. This what Johnny read, it's so interesting. This thing, this really what it says here, I love it. It's so deep. I mean, it's so true too, you know? But I need more. I need more from you guys. Okay, please give me some. I don't want to do all the speaking. I want to do some listening right now. What do you understand from this? Tell me. In your own words, what is it saying? Do you agree or not?
Well, teacher, I would like to say that I agree because I believe that not everyone in the society have the same opportunities. And sometimes we does not realize that we have some privilege. For example, it's not average that people can afford to go to school, for example. I recently was, I told you guys that on vacation, I was to the Ilamatepec volcano, so I have the opportunity to talk with locals, and they were saying that they have a school in which they can go to sixth grade. But if they want to study the whole school and go through the high school, they have to go to a different school, which is at least 1 hour from distance between one place to another. So I do believe, and I share what Mr. Yunus said, because if we don't provide people with the right conditions or with the right environment, just as the bonsais, well, they are not going to be able to grow because they don't have what they need. And that's basically that's the responsibility for the whole state. It's not from the government, but the state to provide the resources and a whole system which have good, at least, conditions from health system, from education system, and to try to have the best conditions possible for people.
And that includes a lot of things.
Yes.
So many
Yeah.
things. For example, one just came to my mind, and this is true. This is true. Safety. Okay. Thing is that where my wife was born is it's like it's right there, like in the outskirts of the volcano. Okay. And these people had to walk a lot in order to get to their school. And it sometimes rained, and then you have all these cattle, all these cattle on the roads. And besides the cattle, a bull or a cow can really hurt you. And besides that, there were so many dangerous people, men. There were pedophiles on the street. There were drunkies and people walking around with machetes and all these things that these people had to go through to get to school. So I'm like, wow, this is where you grow up, really? So it's crazy, it's wild. And I like this. This tree is what makes this tree so different than others?
Maybe the size and the conditions that it needs in order to be well.
Yeah. It's mostly true about all trees. I mean, if they don't have the right soil or the room to grow in, they don't usually grow so much. But this one in particularly, it becomes an adult in a miniature size.
Yeah, requires special conditions. My neighbor, I used to have a neighbor that plants bonsais, and
Really?
actually, yeah, it's not easy. He used to spend a lot of hours taking care of the bonsais, and it was a business. But I realized that it's really complicated to make a bonsai being at the best way possible.
Oh,
Yes. For example, for me, teacher, I think that bonsai needed more careful, like compared with the other tree, right? Because for example, your plant any tree in your backyard in your house, maybe you don't the careful you to compare with this tree, right? And it's not a good comparison in this phrase because the person in the barn needed to be careful, right? You need careful for family, the other parents. Um, it's like a similar to the bonsai, right? The bonsai needed a special careful, right? Special you have to maybe always you watch it, what is on the ground, right? I didn't need it, but it's like similar what person when the human one is needed to be careful, it's grow up, it's needed special.
special care.
Yeah.
Even and nowadays, well, people need more care than back in the days too. I don't know. It's nowadays children aren't as healthy as children were back in the days. That's one thing. And the thing is, and also, but back in the days, I mean, people didn't have so many things, like medicine, like I don't know, it's just pros and cons. I don't know. People were healthier back in the days. However, whenever they did get sick, they didn't go to clinics or nor did they buy medication a lot of times. And I guess that's I'm trying to get to with the bonsai trees are that you do have to take better care of them than any other type of tree. Like I have like in my backyard, a lot of mangoes fall. And these mango trees are growing everywhere like crazy. They don't need any care. I don't water them. I don't move them from where they are and they keep on growing, you know? Hard to the bone. But this is very different with the bonsai tree. This one needs a lot of care. How big do you think these trees actually grow when you have them in a different environment, like outdoors, like out in the wilderness? How big do you think they grow?
Maybe half a meter.
Maybe what? Sorry?
Half a meter.
No, the big ones.
Oh, you are talking about mangoes. I
No,
thought that
bonsai trees.
those are not that big from what I can.
No, some of them do
Oh.
grow. Let me show you
Okay.
some images. What do you guys see on my screen?
We are
Yeah.
seeing the bonsai search.
Okay, all right. Okay, now I want you to look at this. Now, that's the thing. Look at this one. Look at this one in particular. Look,
That's
this is
huge.
pretty big, right? But
Yeah.
look at the soil. Now look at another
Yeah.
one. I want you to see the big ones. Look at all this one. These are beautiful. This one's right here. But a bonsai tree out in the wilderness, I want to find one. Okay, this is a bonsai tree. But I think it's a miniature, right? I think it is a miniature. I think these are all bonsai trees in the background here, in the backyard. But well, this one in particular. This one's pretty big, guys. You see?
Yeah.
So it's very different than these. This one's big. Why? Well, because it was planted where it had a lot of room to grow. So that's what it was saying. This bonsai tree, one of its seeds falls down and you pick it up and you plant it right next to this tree somewhere around here, it'll grow as big as this tree. But if you plant it in a little pot, it will only grow inches. So that's what they were saying over there. That's what they were talking about. That it all depends on the soil and where it is planted. So a society like ours that has not, doesn't have that is not fully developed like other countries, it is more difficult for people to be successful here than in other places. Look, this is a medium-sized. You see it?
And that's the life, teacher.
Right?
And that's the life. Yeah. I have lived different things. Do you imagine? I live in the countryside. Imagine. In the countryside, the transportation is bad. And yeah, imagine. When here where I live, it's just to ninth to study. If you start to study first, yeah, at the first, I think, if you finish the ninth, and then you have to
go
if you to the city if you want
exactly
to study
continue.
high school.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
That's
imagine,
true.
I studied high school, and when I studied 3 years accounting high school, and I used to travel. Do you remember the buses with the parrilla?
Yeah.
I used to travel when I was studying the 3 years in bus in the
On the top, yeah.
yeah, on the top. I used to travel over there. Just forgot to study. Imagine. It's so difficult, so difficult.
I know, I know. My
Yeah.
brother lives in a town, its name is Guadalupe, and they only get to 9th grade. If you want to continue studying, you have to go to the city, to Chirilagua. And to get to Chirilagua, you need to wake up very early and catch a bus, but this bus is it's really slow, and it's I mean it's a long way. A lot of people don't have enough money to pay for the bus every day, so they walk, and that's far and
Imagine,
dangerous.
imagine,
And
yeah.
yeah, so I love this. I read it. I was like, oh
Yeah.
wow, so awesome. Okay, now I have something for you guys to work on. Go 9. Find out more about key terms related to sustainability of social businesses. So this is going to be in your Google Classroom activities. It's going to ask you to give a definition for bottom line in business, okay? Peer organization, scope, and lofty goals. I Googled all this, but I don't think I have enough. Let me show you what I found. I think this is 6. Yeah. Okay, so I want something a little bit better than what I found. This is what I got. So I got net income, the bottom line. What is bottom line in business? This is how I Googled it, and that's what I got. Then I got peer organization means, and it gave me a definition. What is scope? Understanding the project scope versus product. And then the last one I Googled was lofty goals are highly challenging. I like this one in particular. Lofty goals. Okay, so now I did my Googling, but now I want you to do yours. All right, for all the vocabulary, but do it in groups. And really, I want whatever you guys Google right now, I want that to be what you work on, what you type down in your Google Classroom activity. Okay, so we have the same thing. So we don't have
Okay,
different ideas. So how can we do this?
can we
Give me an
share that?
idea.
I mean, for example, if I make a group with Johnny and Roberto Carlos, can we have a shared document and use the same document and upload it as the homework? Is that what we can do? Yes.
Okay,
Can we? Is that possible?
repeat, please, because I lost you.
Um, can we use a shared document on Google Drive and use the same information to upload the homework? Is that what we can do?
Sure thing. Okay, let's just all have the exact same definitions for them. Yes, you can upload it. However, you know, when we get to Google Classrooms, I think really I don't see a problem with you uploading it. No, I don't see a problem with that. As long as we all understand what each word means and everything, right?
Okay.
So let's do it. So look at this as like your Google Classroom activity, okay? And the thing is that I don't want to complicate myself grading you guys and somehow something different than the others. And I'm like, so, you know, I want us all on the same page. So what I Googled is not good enough. I showed you already. Look, just a brief thing. I just wanted to have a clear idea of all the vocabulary, but I want you guys to get something better than this, all right? For each one, not too long. Okay, I don't want too much writing because I don't know if you guys have seen what it is that you have to do in Google Classrooms. Let me show you. Okay, I got it already. Unit 2, for example. Okay, I got it. So right now, let's all look at what it is that we have to do in classroom. So you have here, can everybody see my screen? Okay, so we all need the same definition for bottom line, for scope, lofty goals. So let's just look for the information. I think we got to do it here, like this. Just let's get all the same vocabulary here, all right? Not vocabulary, but the same definitions. But look, you have hybrid, welfare, nascent, and venture. So we have more than over there. Why don't we have two groups? One group looks for the first three, and the other group looks for the next four.
Okay.
All right, so okay, write down all the vocabulary, please, in your notebooks. Write it down. I don't want to send this on WhatsApp because you know,
Yeah. And we
so
already have it in the classroom. So
exactly. So let's all so what we're going to do right now is decide which group is going to take care of what vocabulary, and then we have not found out about this yet. I guess we're going to leave this for another class, okay? But at least the first one we are going to do today, this part. Okay, so this is all we have to do for right now. Okay, so for the two groups. Okay, so how are we going to do this? You know what, guys? We are too many. We are anyways, okay, let's divide the work. Okay, two groups. And group one is going to look for the first three words. Group two is going to look for the other four. All right. Let's divide the work. Let's try to get a good, clear explanation about it. Okay. Remember, over there, you don't have to type so much. No, I want them short, but good. All right, group one. You have Christy, Fanny, Jessica, Roberto, and Sonia. First three words, all right? You have to agree on what is a good explanation. Group two, Annie, Stella, Johnny, Lourdes, and Wendy. And let me see, as far as time goes, what do you think you need, 10, 15?
maybe 15.
Yeah, 15, because you guys have to come up with an agreement anyways. All right, so by all means then, do it.
Okay,
Get me
thank
the
you.
best definition, guys. And that's what we're all going to have in everything. All right. Well, I guess
It
I
was not
guess
enough time.
15 minutes wasn't
Yeah,
enough. I thought
enough
it was going
time.
to be too much time, but it was not. How is the first group doing with the first three words? Because I was with the second group, but the second group was not able to find all the definitions. What about group one?
We are the number one teacher. It is Sonia, Fanny, Roberto Carlos, Christy, and
Okay.
then me.
Oh, you
Uh,
found all three definitions. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
the first one is bottom line. It said that the most it is the most important thing or something. For example, in our case, as I employee, we work every single day. But the most important thing that we have as an employee is the payment, for example. Or for a business is to have good revenues. Okay, it is the most important thing if you have a business to have good results, good revenues. Roberto Carlos, you want to explain the number two? Scope?
Okay. The scope, space of opportunity for action or thought is like, well, and this word is applying common in my word because it's always in the meeting it's as an ask what is the scope for this project, right? What is the scope for like to the for example critical path for this, right? And the scope I relation with some you I don't know, you put the important for something project or something, I don't know, company, and you work for this, right? For this important, yeah, for this part. It's like yeah, have to all things work together for this scope. It's only that is a company, right? And for example, and when you have the project and you the scope only the critical part, right? You come you for this and you found the solution, right, for this. I think so that is that is scope. Okay, and the last one, I don't know, Sonia
Sonia.
or yeah, Sonia is talking about this. The first, the number three, Sonia.
Yes, the lofty goal, it says highly challenging goals that require significant effort and dedication to achieve. And it says after that, that there is something that take you out from your comfort zone. So that means that you have to do, or you just need to do the extra mile in order for you to get the excellence. You have to work hard on to
Yeah,
get that.
I got some of that on that lofty. Okay, the other group is not done with this next ones. But I'm not too sure. Group two, what do you think of the definitions from group one? Do you have it clear?
Yes, for my end, I think that those are pretty much good definitions. Just the last one, I don't have it clear, but it's not because of them, but because of me. It just causing me a difficulty.
Let me share the one that I have for you. Let me share the
Okay,
one I
thank
have
you.
because I like the one I found. And it's basically what they got. It's just that they have it very really short. But what I gathered from that was, let me see, where's my, I got it right here.
Well, actually, the one we get is extended. It's more extended than that, but because
Yeah.
I see that you are just giving the concept, that's why I give just that one part. but there is more information about.
Oh yeah, there's more information about that, definitely. So and yeah, we have something here from the scope. Let me share. Let's see if we come to an agreement. Okay, let me share with this, and I'm going to need group 1 only. See how much difference there is in this definition. Okay, group 1, please read what I have here for the bottom line. Anybody from group 1?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
The bottom line in business refers to a business net income, net earnings, or net profit. It is referred to as at the bottom line as it is profit. Sorry. Again, the bottom line in business refers to a business net income, net earnings, or net profit. It is referred to as a bottom line as it is found at the bottom of the net income financial statement. The bottom line is calculated by deducing expenses from revenues.
Okay. So from there, from something like this, you got your definition, right? From, okay, I just want us all to have the same thing. Okay, so are we good with that, guys? With the first one, with what the other group has? Good.
Yes, I'm good with that one.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Somebody from group 1, peer organization. See how different this is from what I have than from what you have. Okay, read it, please.
Sorry, teacher, I'm just confused because on the list that I have, the second word is scope.
Is what? Sorry?
It's a scope from the list that it is on the classroom. It's
Oh,
not
what is scope? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have it as the third one here. Okay, read scope, somebody from group 1.
And I can hear too well because I don't know, it's background. It's background noise.
Okay, all right. Now you can, right? Okay, we got somebody from group 1. See what I have different from scope.
Funny, let's go.
Scope is a project management term for the objectives necessary to complete a project, allowing managers to estimate cost and time required.
Similar to what you guys have?
So.
Okay. All right, then the next one. What is the third one? Peer organization is, I don't know which one it is.
A lofty goal.
Okay, lofty goal. Yeah,
goal.
I have a long definition, but this is what you guys practically said. So I just want you to read this for group 2 so they get it a little bit clearer, but you did great. Somebody from group 1.
Okay, lofty goals are highly challenging goals to require significant effort and dedication to achieve. These are the goals that get you outside of your comfort zone, beyond your current perceived limits. To reach excellence, pursuing and achieving love goals give a powerful sense of purpose and accomplishment.
Okay, so lofty goals, I like it. It's like the extra mile that you walk for, whatever. Okay, so yeah, this is basically what you guys have, pretty much. So I guess the only one that from group 2, but the thing is that in group 2 right now we are trying to break down a word. What is the word we're trying to break down, guys? We're having difficulty with welfare. Yeah, because welfare in business is a lot different than what I know it. And so right now with group 2, we are working on that. So what can we do? You know what? Let's everybody Google something related to welfare in business. All right, everybody, take your time. Use your phones, your computers. Let's all Google and see what we come up with. one good definition. All right, let's do it. So Google, we're not going to breakout rooms. Everybody Google right now. No breakout rooms. Okay, I got this one from the root of this. Money or aid given by the government to help a large company. Oh, so you found that one, huh?
But
I
it's
guess
really
that's the
short.
best one.
It's really short, but
No,
yeah,
but it's related to business, not like the one I was thinking about. Let me see, Roberto. He has the state of doing. I couldn't read it.
Ay,
Wait.
Chucho, me asustaste.
What happened, Sonia? You got bit?
I'm sorry, I'm on the street. Sorry for that. Ay,
you,
Kick
porque
that
you
dog.
make
Kick
it.
it.
I'm
Kick
You
it.
sorry. Yeah, it was barking next to my feet, and I believe that it's gonna.
you make
That's
my
why
night,
Hey, I
Sonia.
can hear the
That was
dog.
it's
really
in my
funny.
Watch
bag.
out. Watch out. Grab a
I'm
rock.
sorry, it's
Hit
in my
that dog.
bag.
Hit that dog.
Oh my God.
Be careful, Sonia, please. You don't want to
Yeah.
get bit by
Grab a
the
rock,
dog.
Yeah.
Sonia. Grab a
Yeah.
rock.
Sorry, you discovered me that I was outside my home. I'm so
Don't worry. But it was so
Don't
funny.
worry.
Your expression came so naturally, like, ay, chucho, me asustaste. That was really good.
Yeah, because
Thank
he
you
was
for that,
next to
Sonia.
me.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And I get something for you. It says corporate welfare. It says that consists of a set of activities and initiatives designated to improve the quality of life and general well-being of a company's employees and their families. So this is related to the care the companies need to have from their employees and their families. That's what I understand.
Okay, so let's go with one. I'm here. Let's do whatever we need to do it here. Let's do it on the chat here, not on WhatsApp, but on this one. Right?
Okay.
So let's all agree upon one, and I'm going to write it down too, okay? Or I'm going to take a screenshot, and when I grade you guys, I want the same for everybody.
Same definition.
Because same definition, because I don't have any of these definitions, you know? I'm going to Google, and if I Google something different than what you have, you know, I'm going to give it to you wrong. And maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
And maybe I'm going to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't have the answers to this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Lourdes' definition. It's shorter. Let me see. So government. And this is good too. But let's go with something short. Okay. This is your definition, class. Money or aid given by the government to help a large company. Simple as that.
Okay.
All right, so let's not beat our heads with that. Okay, so now we have that one. Okay, so
We can move on to the next one.
yep. Lourdes, do me a favor, keep track of the vocabulary, right? And then send it to
Okay.
me on WhatsApp in private.
Okay.
All right, so keep track of it, please.
Okay.
Next one.
Next one, it is nascent or nascent. I don't know what is that.
Who Googled that one?
We didn't. We were
Oh, you didn't have
discussing
time?
about the
Oh, okay,
no, we
okay,
didn't have time.
okay,
And
okay.
yeah, we did.
Well, let's try to get it together. I don't even know what I got for. No, I didn't look for that one. I don't have that one. Okay, let's Google, everybody. That way you guys can have this vocabulary ready. Let's see what we get. Whole class.
Teacher,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Right now, I'm going to start another class, and I think I have to left this because I am using my cell phone.
Okay, sure thing. Just be on the lookout for the vocabulary. We are Googling right now.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody maybe they can send you a screenshot of what we are doing.
Okay. Thanks, teacher.
You got it. I'll see you next week then.
See you,
Oh,
teacher.
you know what? The picture before you go.
Okay.
Before you go, let me get the picture so they can see you were here. Okay, please, everybody, cameras on. We just need the picture. Sonia, funny. Let's get that picture going on. All right. So on 3, whiskey. 1, 2, 3, whiskey. I look funny with this cap on, but the thing is I need it because my headphones, they scratch my head too much. So Edu Clase must be like, why is this teacher always wearing a cap? Okay, so I got the picture. You're okay to go now, Johnny. I'll
Okay.
write you as you were here. Don't
See
worry.
you.
Okay,
See you.
sure. Guys, what have you found? Look, I was going through it, and I don't know if you guys got this one, but setting business meaning. I have refers to an individual who tried to establish a new business venture in the past 12 months, and the new business venture did not generate positive net cash flows for more than 3 months. Nascent entrepreneurs can have full-time or part-time engagement in the business. I don't know. What do you guys think? You have something better than this? By all means, share it,
No, I don't. It's the same definition that I found.
right?
Yes.
So, okay, let's break it down then. Let's break it down. I don't want all that typing. I want it shorter. Summarize it. Once you guys have it summarized, send it to the group right here on the chat. And that's what we're going to go with. What other vocabulary do we have? Okay, there goes. Thank you, Lourdes. So that's the one we're going to keep. Okay, so keep track of this, guys.
And the last one is venture. That's the last word.
Okay. Let's Google that one then. Send me the definition whenever you guys have it ready. Okay, Fanny, read your definition.
A new business or business activity, especially one that involves risk. For any new business venture, there needs to be a good plan.
Okay, good. We can leave it, guys, so you don't have to do so much writing. Let me see. A new business or businesses activity, especially one that involves risks. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, that involves risk. That's all we need.
Okay, and we actually have not an issue, but we have two definitions from the hybrid concept. So we should decide which one we want to.
Let's do it. Let's decide.
Okay, if you want, I can share the screen so you can see
Go ahead.
the two of the definitions. Just 1 second, please. I'm copying the last one. So here it is. Here. We have two. I don't know if someone of my group wants to read this so they can participate.
Somebody else, please.
Maybe Wendy or Annie or Estela. Or if you want, I can read it, but.
Option
just
number
a minute.
1. The term hybrid business may refer to an enterprise which doesn't only make use of traditional methods of distribution, but also makes use of internet technology in order to easily expand its market and make the product or service more accessible.
And the next one, Annie, do you want to read that? No, okay. I can hear you. We can hear you. Repeat me.
Hybridization can be definition as enterprises that design their business model, but set the basis on the alleviation of participant social or environment issues, the generation of income and attract capital in way they may be consistent with for-profit model, not profit model, or both.
Thank you.
Okay,
So those
let's
are the two
decide.
that we have.
What do you guys think? Definition 1 or 2?
Well, we were discussing in the group that we didn't have an agreement because both of definitions are really different. The first one is talking about distribution method, which is different from the traditional ones. And the second definition is talking about the model that they are using. And we were talking that the second definition is like more complete than the first one. So I don't know.
Let's go
what
with
you
that
would
one
like.
then.
The second one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But teacher, but it depends if you have for different activity, but if the concept is different, it is very different. But for example, in I don't know if for example, if you help the another people in this context, but the definition is different that to the two option.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have something here that you know, from InSupport that will tell me which one they prefer. So we have to pick one. There's a thing about this all this material InSupport doesn't give you an answer. So that's why I'm asking all you guys to come up with one definition, and that's what I'm going to grade. So which one, guys? One or two?
Two.
All right, let's go with two then. That's it.
Okay.
So let's try to get all the vocabulary together, okay? From 1 to 7, okay? And that's what we're going to memorize, that's what we're going to learn, and that's what we are going to type. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Thank you.
as far as the vocabulary. Lourdes, maybe you can help us with that, okay? The definitions, and
Yes.
send it to us so we can work with
Um,
that.
I'm copying just the definitions of, I'm copying the definition that Roberto Carlos sent me. And where should I send that? To your personal WhatsApp,
No,
right?
but because now everybody needs it, so
In the group.
yeah, send it to the group here.
Okay. Okay.
On Zoom. And guys, I want to ask you guys, what do you think your biggest weakness is? Is it from these ones that I'm going to mention? Is it reading, writing, or reading, writing, or listening? Which one do you want to work on?
For me personally is writing.
Writing. Okay, so I got you in writing. Who else wants to work with writing? Because I've been working a lot today trying to have you guys work on your weaknesses. So I found something so nice.
I need to
Cristina.
work in weekends.
The
because,
writing.
in writing, yes.
Okay, so I have writing. You guys are going to help me with this. Okay, so for writing, I'm going to have Cristina, Lourdes. Who else for writing?
Me,
teacher.
Sonia,
yes.
Me, teacher.
Me.
Roberto.
Yes, teacher.
Who else?
Everybody's in the house.
You know what? Let's work today on writing then, okay? You guys remember what I told you last class? That you guys can really do a lot if you get your TOEFL. You remember? So you might want to prepare for a TOEFL, and in the future take the TOEFL, and you are going to be able to identify what it is the TOEFL is looking for. Okay, what it is that you need to work on. So I've been Googling and I found some exercises similar to when I took the test. And today we're going to focus. There are two tests. There's also one called the IELTS test. Have you heard about that one before, guys? Never? Okay, that measures your level of English. The TOEFL is good for mostly for whenever you are going to travel abroad and you need to have some something that reflects on your English level. So I've been doing a lot today, so let me share with you guys my links, and I'm going to send you to them.
I believe
Links.
the first one you mentioned, it just for know how do you, for you to let me see, for you to work with business related purposes.
Yeah, that
The
you know, the
second.
one for businesses is really called a TOEIC. That is
Yeah,
the most
yeah,
popular
I
one,
remember.
TOEIC test.
Mhm,
TOEFL is whenever you want to go study abroad. Mostly, that's what it was intended for. And then you have another one called Clase that I worked with back in the days, which is really for everyday situations. But since you guys are going to need a lot to do with the TOEFL, because that's what in El Salvador, that's what they look for in El Salvador. And where is my links? Where are my links? Let me see. I think this is it. No, this is basic. Advanced class 6. I got it right. No, this is my lesson plan. I had it ready for you guys and now I can't find it. Okay, I found it. All right, so TOEFL, we have listening and typing. Okay, listening and typing, guys. That's what we're going to work with today then. Now, it starts out as being kind of easy, but as you go on, it'll get a little bit more difficult and more difficult. Now, this all depends on you. How much of a perfectionist do you want to be, or are you? I need one person to be doing the typing in each. I want to have you working in pairs. So I want to make sure that everybody can do this. I mean, that in every pair, there will be one person sharing the screen and the audio, not only screen, but also audio. Let me give you an example of what it is that you're going to be doing. Check out my screen. Okay, guys. Daily dictation. This is from your TOEFL practices. TOEFL listening. Now you have all these conversations. Look, you have so many lectures. Lecture 1 to lecture 13 and so on. Now let's start with that lecture. You're going to say, maybe some of you will say maybe it's too easy. Some will say it's too difficult, but improve from wherever you are. Listen and type. Listen and read. Let me give you an example if you go to listen and read. Can you guys hear this? Okay, I have to do something then.
You have to stop sharing the screen and resharing and check the sound,
The
share
two,
the sound.
yeah, the two little checks.
And a university advisor.
Good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now, now let's take a look at the script first, okay? You're going to be able to read as you listen. Now, that's to make it a little bit easier on you and to be ready to know what to expect. So how did I do it? Show script. Okay, show script. And what if we click on?
Listen to a conversation between a student and a university advisor. The student is trying to decide where to go to school next year.
Now then, Mr. Bigstad, how can I help you?
Well, I'm thinking about transferring, but I'm not sure. I was hoping you could help me make a decision.
I'll try. Where are you thinking of transferring to, and why do you want to leave Cryptus U?
I'm thinking of going to Central University because it's in my hometown. I've been kind of homesick this year, and I haven't made many friends. I just feel so lonely. So I thought that maybe it'd be better to be closer to my parents and friends and all.
I see. And would you keep the same major if you transferred? What is it, business administration?
Yeah, I would. The credits I've earned here will transfer to Central. I've already checked.
May I ask why you chose to come to Cryptus University in the first place?
Sure. Well, the main reason is you have a great business school, and the second reason is that I wanted to get away from home.
You're right, Mr. Vikstad. We do have an excellent business school, but so does Central. The thing is, you've got almost a year under your belt here now. At Central, you'll be starting from scratch.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm a little bit familiar with Central because I had older friends who went there, and I visited it before I came here.
You know, freshman year is usually the hardest. I remember how homesick I was my first year. I'll tell you, I was ready to pack it in after the first 2 weeks. But the longer I stayed, the more comfortable I felt. By senior year, I was glad I chose to stay.
Really? Did it get a lot better your sophomore year?
Yes, it did. You might well find the same is true for you. Also, even though your credits here will transfer, you will have to take extra courses because Central has different requirements. You'll probably have to go to school for an extra year.
I hadn't thought about that. I'll have to check into it. Maybe I should give it one more year. I mean, it's probably good for me to learn to live away from my family and friends, right? It'll make me stronger in the future.
You can always move back there after you graduate. Of course, by that time, you may not want to.
Thank you for all your help. I guess I'll find out the exact transfer requirements. You've given me a lot to think about.
Don't mention it. If you feel like you want to talk more, don't hesitate to come back and see me.
Okay, not very easy, is it?
Very good.
Yeah, it's really, this is really to prepare you for a TOEFL, guys. This is really TOEFL. It is from TOEFL preparations, okay? So it's daily dictations and it's about all TOEFL. And for listening, we're not going to work on that today, but listen, this is what you got to do. Now, this was only to show you the script. Now, what are you going to do exactly? Well, in this case, you're going to type. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, listen and type. Now, this is different. Now, you had the listening and reading, but now you only listen and type. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the listening, but you have to be typing once the sentence finishes or as it is, or as you are listening. Now, it depends on how you feel, okay? Listen to this.
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you?
Okay, you have to type that. Now, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you? So you have to type exactly what they said. And once you have done it, you're going to hit skip. No, you're going to hit check and it'll show you where your mistake was. Now, don't worry too much about the names. Do you remember the name they mentioned?
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you?
Vikstad.
Okay.
It's a weird name.
Yeah, it's a weird name. So don't worry too much about those names. That's not important. However, the rest of the sentence is, listen.
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you?
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you? You have to type it. Okay. Exactly how it says.
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you?
And they give you, teacher, like a couple minutes to listening again in case you want to repeat the
Not for the
audio.
not for the real test, but remember, this is preparation. This is preparation.
And how is in the real? Just you play once?
Well, really, there are different TOEFLs, but the one that you need the most, you really don't have to do it this way. This part is not really right there. This is just for practice, but the listenings are. Let me show you guys something. These are the ones that really you really have to go through. Where is my, here it is. Okay. Look, all these ones, I was going to show you guys a little bit about slang. You remember I mentioned to you the other day about slang? But we're not going to get into that. Reading and pronunciation. This is from, I only want the TOEFL. Okay, TOEFL. This is another type of practice that you guys, this is definitely going to be in the TOEFL. So I mean, things like this. Okay, listenings, for example. They give you the instructions just like this. So you read that. And then you to lecture 1, for example. And these TOEFLs are are so boring, guys. They're so boring. And that's the idea of TOEFL, to get you guys bored and so you don't do so well. Whenever you like something and you are really interested in it, you do better, right? Because it's of your interest. But when it's not, then, well, you tend to lose interest and you don't concentrate so much. So that's what happens with TOEFLs. That's the idea, that you have to be engaged at all time. And I was doing this one before today, or in the morning. I was like, okay, what can I show the my students later on? And I came with this one, just so you get an idea. Okay, this is the listening.
Today we're going to look at the life and some of the works of one of America's finest modern female poets, Sylvia Plath. At the time of her death in 1963, Sylvia Plath was on the verge of the critical success and recognition that she had sought for most of her life. Her first novel, The Bell Jar, had just been published, and the publication of her collection of poems, Ariel, had just been agreed. These poems, which were mostly written during the last year of her life, chronicle the traumatic developments taking place in her personal life and were to make for her a reputation as a first-rate poet. But it wasn't until 1982, almost 20 years after her death, that her posthumously published Collected Poems won the Pulitzer Prize for Literature. Since this time, the fascination and intrigue with her work has continued to grow. Very few modern poets have captured the popular imagination as much as Plath, even to the extent that in 2003, a movie was made about her life and her intense relationship with husband and fellow poet Ted Hughes. To understand the continued growth in interest in her work, we have to look at the issues which her life and work address. As Susan Bassnett writes in her book on women writers, dying as she did in 1963, Sylvia Plath never knew that so soon afterwards the problems of what and how women write was to become such a crucial matter, and was to be debated by so many other women. So Sylvia Plath was a woman writing about women's issues before they were recognized as being of any importance. Sylvia Plath was born in Robinson Memorial Hospital in Boston, October 27, 1932. She was the firstborn child of Otto and Aurelia Plath, both highly educated academic people. Her father, Otto, was a professor of biology at Boston University, but her mother had been subjugated into a domestic role as housewife, despite her level of education. Her father was not too pleased with the birth of his daughter, and demanded that his wife have a son within the next 2 years. Amazingly enough, his wife obliged by giving birth to a son almost exactly 2 years later. This domineering father figure became a common theme that recurred throughout Plath's writing. With the birth of her brother, Sylvia had to work much harder to win her father's attention and approval. When in 1936 Plath's father became ill, access to him became even more restricted, and Plath's main means of getting attention from her father was by achieving academic success. This meant that from an early age she began to equate love with success. In 1940, Plath's father died, and this left the family in a very difficult financial situation. They were forced to move away from the seaside home that Plath had enjoyed so much and into a suburb of Boston, and her mother had to take a part-time job to support the family. In 1950, Plath graduated from Bradford High School and won a scholarship to Smith College. In the same year, she published a short story entitled "And Summer Will Not Come Again," and a poem called Bitter Strawberries. Plath's time at Smith was difficult as she had very high expectations of herself. She wanted to achieve immaculate grades, but she also wanted to be accepted by her peers, and an important part of being accepted was being popular and dating lots of boys. This was difficult.
Okay, now, so you get the idea.
Exciting. I love your idea, teacher.
A lot of
Yeah.
information.
Okay, now we can do this because look, some of it is not even in the script, is that you have to think about it to, okay, for example, what I'm trying to get to, let me show you something. Okay, what does the lecture imply when she says very few modern poets have captured the popular imagination as much as Plath? And then it gives you 4 options. So this is not from the script. This is from what you have gotten from the story, from the story, right? So you pick one, and once you are finished, once you are done, then you get a score. Okay. It is not easy. I know it's not. Now, you can start with the script, showing the script. You can be reading along, and then when you feel more comfortable, you don't need the script anymore. You won't use it. Then you just be listening. Just listen. And, or you have time. Actually, I read here somewhere where you can have time just to read the questions, go through the questions, and then you play the script, and you just, I don't know, I personally, I close my eyes when I want to concentrate a lot. I close my eyes and just listen. And then you start reading and answering the questions. I don't know, you have different methods, right?
I'm sorry, that's my method too.
Yeah, I close my eyes. I can't have them open. I get distracted if I
Yeah,
have my
even
eyes
though I'm
open.
working, I used to close my eyes when I need to understand something that is not clear.
Okay, now, so this is the listening part where I told you listening is one of the, well, actually, I think is probably the most important part of the TOEFL test. Now, the typing is not so much because you don't actually do it. This is just for you to get better at it, okay? But really, they don't ask you to do this, to type. However, if you want to practice your typing.
Now then, Mr. Bigstad, how can I help you?
Now then, what was it? Mr.
Big something.
Big, yeah, don't worry about the names. Big Stad, whatever that is. What was the rest of the sentence?
How can I help?
How can I help?
You can look, I'm going to write it as lowercase I, just so you see. How can I help you? Okay, look. It's not going to give it to me wrong. However, you know it is going to be a capital, right? Or even if I don't use, okay, I'm going to use the, okay. Let's see what happens with I. And now you're going to find where the mistakes are. So when you click on check, there, look, Big Stat is not correct. And then I missed this. Now then, okay, now then, and comma. Missed, but I don't know how much of a perfectionist you want to be. Okay, but basically that's the sentence, right? Now then, Mr. Bigstad, how can I help you? You see that? I had some in lowercase, but really what they're looking for is when you hit skip, then you have a next one.
Well, I'm thinking about transferring, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so you remember that we heard all this.
Well, I'm thinking about transferring, but I'm not sure. I was hoping you could help me make a decision.
I was hoping you could help me make a decision. So you type it and then you check and it'll give you that. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to go straight to this part? Do you want to do this part of the TOEFL, or do you want to work on the other one, on the long listening?
Only listening.
I'm going
What
to
do you recommend, teacher? Because you know what is the most convenient for us to start like a little by little, because
yeah, little by little. I think you should start with the first start with typing, listening and typing, and don't worry so much. Don't worry so much about. Okay, don't worry about the names. Don't worry too much about the grammar either. Okay, about capital letters, commas, and all that. Don't worry so much about that. Let's just try to see if you get the message across. Okay. So don't focus so much on that. Not yet. You don't need that yet. I just want to make sure that you get the message and you can express it. All right. Okay, then. Okay, so let's have it in pairs. Would you like, I would like you guys to pick your classmates, but I don't know how you can do that. Your partners. I never done it actually.
You should do it, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, today just going to do it randomly. I have 10 students, so I'm going to make 5 groups. Now, everybody, you don't have any problems with sharing screen and audio? Nobody here, right? Okay, so, okay, all right. Now, if somebody is on a computer, maybe it's faster than on a phone, right? So maybe the person using the computer can do the typing. Just a suggestion. It's up to you guys. Okay, so let me share my links first. And here we go. Okay, so we said listening and typing. Okay, listening and typing. I think these 2 weeks we're going to work with this, or maybe 1 week on this, and then the next week we just move on to the listening. Listening is going to be at least for 2 weeks. Okay. Now, guys, you can pick any of the conversations, okay? You're free to pick. I don't know if it's going to be exact the same one I had. Please, somebody log in. I want to see what you guys are going to have. I want to know what I sent you.
Where is the link? On WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, I can try.
Oh, try and share
No.
screen.
Okay.
Share your screen just so I see.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
But I don't see, yeah, I don't see the link in not in the
Really?
WhatsApp group and not in the Zoom chat. Yes.
No, either.
That's weird. Because I sent it on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to put it right here then.
Okay.
Chat. See what happens.
Okay. No, is it? So I'm going to share the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. I forgot to share the sounds. Once again, yes, here it is.
Now then, Mr. Vikstad, how can I help you?
It's working perfectly.
Well, I'm thinking about transferring, but
It's working. Sorry, teacher, I can hear you.
Oh, but if you wanted to listen to another lecture, could you?
I didn't try for that.
Yeah, don't share audio. Let's just see if you could, because there are so many lectures.
Okay, so where I have to go? TOEFL listening. And
Okay, yes, there. Okay, so if you go back from the link I sent you guys, you have all those different lectures. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so good. So you're free to choose whichever one you want. However, you don't know what it is. It's going to be a surprise. Let's do that for the next 20 minutes. Are we good? Okay, 20 minutes. Then maybe you might want to switch. The other person types and the other one's helping. Okay, so 10 minutes each maybe. So, okay, by all means then, let's do this. Okay. I did it randomly. Delmi and Sonia, can you go? Okay, no.
I'm trying to do it in my
Oh,
phone.
okay, then I'm going to send Robert with Lily. Any. Robert with any number 5. Okay, Delmi and Sonia, you can do it alone here, okay? In the main chat, just work. If you don't want to work for somebody, you can work on your own.
It's asked me to log in, and when I do that, it send me back. Qué bárbaro ese hombre.
my God. I love it.
Challenging, right? Very challenging.
It
Oh,
was
I
awesome.
love to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I have a lot of them actually. All these ones I Googled today. All this here.
You are also teacher.
Thank you, thank you. Daily dictations. Oh, this is for the test. The IELTS test. So we have a lot. We're going to be learning a lot. We're going to be working on so many things. Okay. I want to see if I can, prepare you guys for a TOEFL or a TOEIC. TOEFL, TOEIC, or IELTS, or a CASAS test. All of them are going to help you with whatever you guys need. You travel abroad, you take them. This gringo came to El Salvador a long time ago. His name is John Felprin. He was the best. I mean, he has been the best person that I've ever worked with. He taught us so much. And this guy, he was in charge of the CASAS test. After he trained us to train the Ministry of Education on methodology and the linguistic area. He was so good that he beat all the companies. He beat Centro Cultural, he beat universities, he beat everybody. He was working for Escuela Americana, and he was just a whiz. He was full of knowledge. And after he left El Salvador, he went to Mexico, and then he started training Mexico's Ministry of Education. So he was teaching us a lot of links to work with. So I'm going to be sharing some of those with you. Okay. Oh, you guys remember I told you about slang? Remember? You guys were asking me a little bit about that. I found this one. Practice it on your free time. I still have a couple of minutes. I can show you this. And I have the link for you. Just when you have it, a lot of it you know, but some you don't. So hopefully I can. Okay, slang. I'm going to send you guys just a link of one of the slang parts, because you don't know English if you don't know slang. That's reality, guys. Okay, here we go. Slang. Here is my slang, and it's right here. For example, far out. The music is really far out. What did I say?
Music is too loud.
No. Far out means, look, the meaning. What is far out? Means great, awesome, far out, man. Gringos talk like this. So yes, okay. It says the addict needs another fix. What do you think it means, guys? The addict needs another fix.
Opportunity or something like that.
No,
treatment.
The addict needs another fix, is another hit or another dose of drugs, because he's addicted. So meaning a dose of drugs, because an addict, right? So he needs another fix. Now you know what fix is. Fix the motorcycle.
We don't know that.
Exactly.
Another shot.
Okay, flaky. He is too flaky to do the work. What is flaky? He is too flaky. Sorry?
It could be expert.
On the contrary,
Yeah.
It
Mm.
is somebody who is unreliable. Lackey. So he
Oh,
is
yeah.
too unreliable to do the work.
Yeah, to do the work.
He's too flaky to do the work. You see that guy? That's the big problem, that everybody learns educational English and they never talk about this. Slang. You don't know English if you don't know slang.
Yes.
I am sorry, but that's the way it is. Guys, thank you so much. You have the link. Now, if from that link is languageguide.org. No, it's www.manythings.org. You have so many things you can learn there, okay? One of the best pages. Thank you so much. I will see you on Monday. Practice.
Could you share that link?
Sharing the
Yeah, I
WhatsApp.
sent it to you on
What
WhatsApp.
you say in
Okay.
WhatsApp? Okay.
Yes, commonly American slang. That's only one of them. Now, the page
No,
is
that is not in WhatsApp.
It's not in WhatsApp.
Where am I sending? Oh, you know what, guys?
I don't know with who you are chatting at this class.
I'm sending it to my other group.
Maybe the other shop.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't want to know.
There you have this one. It's my other group, guys.
Okay.
Well, teacher, it's
Okay,
time.
thank you.
Thank
Good
you, guys.
night.
Have a nice
Bye.
weekend.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you in
Have
the
a good one.
morning. See you.